Hi YouTube, my name is Fred, and in today's video, I'm going to show how to use Bricklink efficiently. Uh, for those who know me, I run a Bricklink store called Hillians Bricks, and I've also got an active YouTube channel where I talk all things Lego. And I follow Lego on a daily basis on various forums, and I often see people being scared of how to use Bricklink or not familiar with how to use Bricklink. So I wanted to create this video just to kind of show some simple tricks on how to use Bricklink really for beginners and making sure you know where to find, how to navigate, and how to buy efficiently from Bricklink. So, first of all, what is Bricklink? So, Bricklink is pretty much a marketplace for all things Lego related. So, this was founded over 20 years ago now by lots of fans of Lego, where they started becoming a marketplace for even buying parts and sets of Lego. Now, last year, just over a year ago, Lego actually acquired the site, so it's now owned by Lego. Now, the question that people often ask is it a safe place to go onto? Well, it is as safe as any other online trading environment. I would say it's safer than eBay. I find that the Lego community is a very honest community. In the many years that I've used Bricklink, I think I've only had one ever issue, which always gets resolved. And my advice is always make sure that you process your payments via PayPal, and you typically will be protected that way. Anyway, so yeah, I would say it's the best forum to buy all bits Lego if you're looking for that. So now you might want to ask, how do I actually find what you're looking for, right? So this is quite a daunting website. There's lots of information. So basically, this is the whole catalog from Lego from day one almost. So every single part you can find on here, and it's yeah, there's lots and lots of information. So let's start with maybe you want to find a set. So you might want to buy a set that you can't buy in store. You want to see if it's available here and what sort of prices that they're going for. So it's very straightforward. You can just put, if you know the set number or the name, you can, for example, it's just around Christmas now, and I want to start sharing, the gingerbread house because I know that's out of stock in lots of places, and I'm desperate to buy it somewhere. So you can either type gingerbread and do enter and search. Oh, maybe I need to put it all together. Sorry, I didn't obviously pre-plan this. So let's see what comes up with gingerbread. So you can see it's got overview, but you can then go to sets, for example, and it comes up with a source of sets. And if you know the number for the set, so the big one, for example, that's out of store is 10267. So you could actually put also the number in the search, which is usually what I do. If I know the set number, I just put in the number, and it comes with the items you found. So you're looking at sets, you can go to the tab set and you can click on this. And it already gives you an overview that's 129 for sale from 66 sellers globally. Now, you don't always want to buy from every single seller. And it gives you some information here as well on the set, when it was released, the dimensions, the weight, how many booklets it comes into, how many parts, how many minifigures. So that's all handy. Now, the bit that you can see here at the bottom is the prices and the condition. So you can actually set up a filter that you only want new and sealed condition. Let's do that, for example, and then you search. And maybe you want to buy from someone in your own country. As you can see, the cheapest place is from Taiwan. And it's always worth reading the notes below, but it's also worth important to know where you're sourcing from, because the prices that you see here are not going to be ultimately the prices that you pay. And by that, I mean that there will be shipping costs added on top of it. Some of the stores will have different sort of fees. Usually it's like PayPal fees, those sorts of things are covered. So it's important to know that this is just the base price that the seller is charging, and then there's on cost. And if you're sourcing from other regions, excuse me, sorry, you might also be affected by import duties. Like in the UK, for example, if you order from America, you will get some import duties, or anywhere else as well that's outside EU, and that might obviously change post Brexit as well. So let's see if we want to source from a UK. So I'm just quickly seeing if there's any UK stores actually in here. But what you can do is you can click on more options, you buy seller. You can do that in your region or wherever. But let's just have a look, see if there's any available. And there's 3 places available where they're selling for, and you can already see what the base price they're selling for as well. Now you can see sealed, excellent condition. People provide some extra information. Number here is how many they have in stock. And you can also see if there's here a lightning section, it means that you automatically can check out. So that's instant checkout. You don't have to wait for an invoice to come for them to enter any of the details. So you can just view if you want to buy the set, and then you just add item to cart, and then it's just any normal checkout. And some of the terms and conditions for this store, for example, will provide some guidelines on what the postage cost will be. But yeah, that's basically a quick overview on how to buy a set. Really, let me just move this so I can go back, and yeah, maybe I'll move to the middle. So that's essentially how to buy a set quite quickly off Bricklink. I would say it's not really worth buying off Bricklink unless you're desperate or it's no longer manufactured. Let me just move this a bit lower here so I can still access. Sorry. So generally, as I was saying, I would only buy from Bricklink if the sets are no longer available, or you're desperate to buy it for a last minute. You can't find it anywhere else. And also bear in mind it might take some time for it to arrive. Now, what people use Bricklink for the most is to buy parts. So you can buy items by part, any part, either if it's a missing part or you're looking to make your own bespoke building, you want to buy lots of parts. Now, there's different ways of buying parts. So, for example, you might have, you want to you have a set and you have a missing part and you want to know which part that you need to buy. It's quite straightforward. You can put in the set number like we've just done before to find a set. And as you can see here, it tells you the item consists of 1,470 parts. You can click on this and it gives you a whole catalog of all the parts that are available in there by the color as well. And what you can then just do is you can, if they say, oh, I'm missing this light brick or it stopped working, I want to order a new one, you just click on the brick and it tells you, and you can say add to my wanted list. So whenever you want to buy an item, you have to create a wanted list and you just go on here, or you can just click buy. But if you want to buy multiple ones, you can create a new wanted list. So let's just create a new wanted list and say this is missing pieces, for example. Create, and you can just say what condition you want, new, used, or any. And then you can also set a maximum price. I'm not going to put anything in there for now, and you just put add to wanted list. And now that's created on your wanted list. So if you want to add more items, more bricks that you're missing, and you know the set, you can go through the set number and look at all these things that are missing. Now, another thing, an option you can have is if you have the instruction booklet, but you don't have the set number, you can also enter the number. Let me just show you. I've got the instruction booklet here. At the back, you've got these pages and it's got numbers underneath there. So let's just, for example, pick a number. I'm just going to choose the first one I can see here. And it's usually a 7-digit number. Actually, it varies. So 306201. This is not a Bricklink ID number, but this is a general Lego. And it will tell you this is the kind of brick that you have. And then you can just click on it. Again, you have to select the color. So whatever colors are applicable, whether this is, there's a whole various scheme on Lego colors. So that's I've got another video that's kind of explains what the colors are, and there's also a color guide on here where you can see color guide where you can just go to see what the colors are, and then you can just select and add to wanted list. So let's just add to the same wanted list, missing pieces. We highlight this and we add to wanted list. So that's how you then add more and more pieces that you want to buy. You can change the quantity as you go on. Now, there's also a long way of going around it. If you get more familiar with Bricklink and you want to know what the sort of parts are, it's always a good idea to start looking at the catalog. So you can go catalog, parts, and you will get from these are like categorized. So there's a category tree. So, brick is a standard brick. So you can have plates, you have tiles. Over time, as you more and more use it, you can see and go in there. So you can, if we choose, for example, brick, you can see these are all the images of the bricks with a description as well. So let's say we wanted a 1x3 brick. Click on the number. Again, you select the color. I'm just picking any color black. Add to the wanted list. And make sure we add it to the missing one. You can use it to your default one. And add to wanted list. And you can also see here when you look on a part, it also tells you in which sets they all appear. So that's quite handy as well. This obviously is a common brick because it appears in over 2,000 sets. And it's been out since 1978. So it's a long-standing item, this type of brick. So this is another way of actually going through the catalog and finding the bricks you're needed. And then if you're not actually sure and you have an item of a brick or you have a picture of a brick that you want, but you're not sure how to find it, what the code is, I find that often on Facebook groups, Lego Facebook groups, people often post like, what is this number? What's the set number? Or what's the part number? And within minutes, you will get a response by people who are like, oh, this is the part number. This is what it is. And then you can just search for it and then add it to your wanted list as well. Now, we've created a wanted list for these three items. Now, if you want to buy them, you can go to your, you see here on the top, you've got the wanted list. So you can go to your wanted list and click on the missing pieces one. Or actually, you can, let me just show you the missing pieces one that we have in here. And you can just then select buy all. And what then the system will do is it will find through all the stores what is the most efficient way. So here's the list where all these people sell it and have these bricks, either a combination of one or many, but here unique lots for me is 3 lots, they can have them all. And you can press auto select, but you can also set some filters. You maybe only want to source from your country or from your region as well. You can exclude some things, so you can play with these parameters, right? So I'm going to press auto select just for the simplicity, and the system is kind of going to figure out what's the best place to buy from at the lowest cost with the least amount of places to buy from. So it's not I would say it's not always the best way to do this, especially when you start to order big amounts of lots, because it can be a bit misleading, and sometimes the stores with the bigger lots tend to inflate the prices more. So when you add your wanted list, you may want to add in some maximum pricing level that you will willing to pay per piece to kind of tweak the system. But yeah, as you can see in this example, this store here, my 2 pence store, has all these things available. There's a minimum buy of £1, but this would be costing me £1.66. So I can create carts and then go to checkout, and it will kind of like tell me already how much it would be, shipping and handling. So you see £1.80 first class being sent, and yeah, then you can just check out as any other normal site. So that's the quite straightforward way to check out. And then when you there's a status that you will get. Let me just move this again. Sorry, you can hear my dog in the background. You can then go to your orders once you've purchased, and you can see the status. People will actually let you know when they've shipped it if they're a reliable store. And it's also good to let them know when you received it and when you've completed it, just so from the seller perspective, they know you've received the order, you've completed your review, that the items are there, and then leave some feedback. That's always very much appreciated. So that's really one way of buying just parts. Now, the good thing that you can also do is, if let's say you want to buy a retired set, but you just want to buy the parts of it, you can just go to, let's pick another set, a small set, for example. And I know the set is retired. It is quite a small set. What you can do is you go to the set number. Sorry, I got my dog here that's running around. So you can go, for example, this set was out in 2016. It's retired. It's got 213 parts. What you can do is you can add to my wanted list part out. So let's click on this, and we are going to, let me just move this a bit. We want the whole set. Do we want to include the instructions? No, but you can do if you want. So you can also buy instructions and stickers and all sorts of things on Bricklink. And we'll create a new wanted list. So I'm going to put this as 31045 as a number. And let's put submit for edit. Now what this will do is it's created a new wanted list called 31045, and it has identified every single part for this set. As you can see, with the number of units that we need 6 of these tiles, and it's got them all in there. So it's got a whole list of all the pieces. And then what you can do, well, we make sure we add to wanted list, and now we can view our part out list. So this is our wanted list, and then we can select, there's 85 items. Let's press buy all, and it's going to start doing some searching first, and it might be that we have to source from multiple stores, and I don't think we will need to, but let's have a look anyway. We'll do auto select, I'll just wait for the system to think about it. And it could be you buy from multiple stores. It could be like, as you can see here, we can buy this from 2 stores, and it would cost us £12.23 plus whatever shipping they're going to charge us. Now, I just want to show you, for example, why this could be a better way than buying the set, right? So this set is retired, so I could buy it for £12.23, and let's say they both charge me £2 on shipping charges for the set. So this would be then about, let's say, 17, 18 pounds, even just for make it simplicity's sake. If I were to search for the set number and I wanted to buy the set, you can buy a new set here as well. And let's have a look from new, and we're going to go from the UK just to make sure we have similar thing. You see, there's only one here that's £45, and if we actually source from anywhere, the cheapest is like £22, and we can buy the parts for probably 18 delivered, and this would probably be about 26 delivered. So as you can see, sometimes just buying the parts can be cheaper than buying the set, and then you can just build it yourself. So this is why Bricklink is extremely useful, just to buy lots of these different elements. So yeah, I think that's kind of like a quick introduction to Bricklink and how you can use it efficiently. If you have any questions, by all means, leave them in the comment section below. We do hope you find this video useful. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and let us know. We're always here to help if you've got any questions Bricklink related. That's it. Bye for now.